an appellate court significantly lowered Trump's bond from his Manhattan civil fraud suit that he had to pay it was Monday. That was a day ago. He had to pay $454 million. That included, it was actually more than that, but it included the appeal, which cost money. Again, this was because he overinflated his assets. And he was like, Mar-a-Lago's worth a gajillion dollars when it's not. And that's what it had to be. And he was scrambling. No billionaires. Billionaires were like, what do we do? Should we go Dutch on this? Like, what are we gonna bail him out? And then the justice system did what the justice system does, which is save the asses of wealthy people time and again. And so this 5-judge Manhattan appeals court said Trump had more than 10 days to come up with only 175 mil instead. Just wild. And again, we were all like, maybe they're going to seize his assets because that's what happens when you can't. Right, when you can't pay
Take
up.
one of his kids. At the very least, can we throw one of the kids? Throw one of the kids in a stockade, please.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
That would. Oh God, yeah.
I'd throw money towards that.
Oh yeah. And then Trump swore, like he was like, I have the money, I just don't want to pay it. His whole team was like, we have the money, but we I don't know, we still don't want to pay this. But just today, Truth Social, his social media platform, it went public, and now according to Bloomberg, he's worth $6.5 billion, and he's one of the 500 richest people ever, not ever, on earth right now. So my dude has money, whether or not this fucking valuation of Truth Social is real. I love how, Brandy, we're supposed to believe that Truth Social is somehow worth billions of dollars when he just was convicted of overinflating his assets.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a perfect just little microcosm of what he's done his whole life, which is I'm broke, I can't pay this, 454 million, that's my whole life. No. And then oh, by the way, I'm worth a lot and you definitely need to invest in Truth Social. It's gone public. You should absolutely get your shares now. You're like, bro, he's doing it right in front of our face.
Yeah, no, he's Boomer Elon. It's the same. Yeah. It's the same thing. They're just full of shit guys who actually have no cash, but they just say no. I promise, I'm good for it. It's what's in Popeye? Who's the hamburger boy? Who's Wimby? What's his name? The guy that's
hamburger boy in Popeye.
The guy that wants a hamburger and then I'll pay you tomorrow for this hamburger today. That's his whole.
I just know Bluto, which is the best villain ever, but please tell me about I only know the Hamburglar. I didn't know there were multiple hamburger guys.
Wellington Wimpy. That's his name. Wow, that is a very old reference. But he is this broke drunk that just wants. Yeah, he's a broke drunk that wants a hamburger, and he's just I'll pay you today. I'll pay you tomorrow for a hamburger that I can have today, and he just never pays for hamburgers, and that's Trump. That's Trump.
That's how easy it is to dupe the American population. Is just be a cartoon. I'm Wellington Willie. I want a hamburger.
Exactly.
Now, how is he going to come up with 175 million? Apparently, he does have the money, but there was talk, and there still is talk of potentially, because he's not off the hook for the full amount. However, it's not clear because this, according to the New York Times, his appeal might actually be heard by this same panel of 5 judges in the appellate court. So it's unclear whether the same 5 judges will hear Mr. Trump's appeal, but David B. Sachs, a former judge on that appeals court, ruled on Monday, said the court's decision to short circuit Mrs. James' collection, the AG James's efforts, suggests that some of the judges were uncomfortable with Justice Engoron's ruling. Don't we do this to the poors?
Yeah, we don't do this to the we don't do this. No, we need to be able to go to his golf course in Florida.
I know.
We can't have somebody else owning that. We got to go look at his dead wife's grave.
Absolutely. I was promised to drink a bad cocktail by her Ivana's grave.
Yeah, I want a blue drink next to a grave. And that
absolutely
is what Florida is all about.
I mean, but who knows who the hell these judges are? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We see what the Supreme Court is made up of. My guess is the Manhattan like appellate court
Yeah.
is also full of a bunch of fucking cronies. But hey, what do I know? So anyway, so that's that. But again, with the money, he is not ruling out, nor is his this was his lawyer on last week, not ruling out the idea that he would accept foreign money in order to pay some of these debts.
Is there any effort on the part of your team to secure this money through another country, Saudi Arabia or Russia, as Joy Behar seems to think?
Well, there's rules and regulations that are public. I can't speak about strategy that require certain things, and we have to follow those rules. Like I said, this is manifest injustice. It is impossible. It's an impossibility. I believe they knew that. I think that's why mid-trial, frankly, they changed their ask from $250 million to the ridiculous amount of money that they've asked for.
In other words, we're looking into it.
Yeah, man, I have not seen like a physical clip of Fox News in a while, and just that many harsh blondes in one place is jarring.
Yes. Oh God, yeah. Don't get me started. There's there's a quota there.
Yeah.
This was Trump actually responding to whether or not he would accept foreign money.
Would you ever accept money from a foreign government to pay the bond or your fines or?
No, I don't do that. I think you'd be allowed to, possibly. I don't know. I mean, if you go borrow from a big bank, many of the banks are outside of this. As you know, the biggest banks, frankly, are outside of our country. So you could do that, but I don't need to borrow money. I have a lot of money. I built a great company.
Which one?
God, he's just boss baby. It's just like
I don't know. I don't need to because I'm rich, but I would. It's not illegal. We're looking into it. Maybe, probably, if anyone's listening. Like, of course they are. Like, if they can't come up with the money, which he's gonna look. I don't know how much of his $6.5 billion worth is like liquid, but it's got to be liquid when you're paying off these bonds.
Yeah.
So it is like, how, I know this is a blue MAGA thing to say, but how the fuck is this guy the presidential nominee?
I mean,
Like, how are we just doing this? Like, greatest democracy on earth. Yeah.
sure.
You know, lots of corruption charges tried to overturn his own election, and he's back. It's all good. He can run.
It's us calling ourselves the greatest democracy on earth is like Trump talking about how much money he has. Like, it's the same tone. It's the same bullshit. It's crazy. And I think that like
energy.
Exactly. The only liquid he has is in his little diapers, I think, too, by the way. He got up.
I love a diaper joke about diaper Dawn. God, that's so fucking gross.
Pee pee baby. Pee pee baby.
See, I wouldn't read a single Trump book. Like a Trump, like I was working and then, but I would read like a bathroom book of all of Trump's like weird bathroom mishaps. Like if those could just be collected, the smell, the diaper, the time he farted in front of Di-Fi, which is just great.
Yeah, would love a book of that. It could even be a picture book. We could get a cartoonist on board with this.
Absolutely. I hope that's where he ends up. I hope he ends up selling that book. The greatest stories never told for my administration, like the time I tooted on Di-Fi. Like that's where we need to go with this, because he is a joke, and I just want him to return to being a joke. But anyway, fucking
I know.
Fucking wild. I don't actually want to be rich enough to commit crimes, but my God, it is so incredible how much people get away with when they are well. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do